What's going on, everybody? Everybody is talking about these WWE superstar contracts that are about to expire soon and whether they should go or whether they should stay. Most notably, Drew McIntyre. But I think there is one superstar that we really should be focused on, and her name is Alexa Bliss. And reportedly, her contract is supposed to expire at the end of this year or the beginning of next year. I don't know which one is the truth. I've been hearing this off the streets, so don't blame me for it. Don't quote me for it, but it is what it is. But while that is happening, we know it's happening soon. So let's talk about whether she should stay or whether she should go. Now, before we get into this, go ahead, hit that subscribe button and hit that bell next to it to get an update every time I upload a video. And if you like what you hear, if you like what you see, go ahead, give me a like. If you disagree or whatever, hit me up in the comment section. I love to hear what you guys have to say. Now, with this whole situation with Alexa Bliss, I think there's only three things that can happen to her positively, because right now she's in a stagnant position. Number one, which is the less likely to happen, is for her to win the championship off of Bianca Belair. And after her match that she had against Bianca Belair already, there's nothing that convinced me that they're going to book her in a way to beat Bianca. That doesn't make any sense at all, in my personal opinion, unless number two happens, which I think is the best case scenario for her and the most likely to happen, and that's for Bray Wyatt to come back, reincorporate her into the whole storyline with the Wyatt 6 supposedly, and things like that, and maybe she'll get some extra power, some Kaioken, or maybe some Ultra Instinct, and then she'll find a way to beat Bianca Belair, which will make sense at that time. But I think that's the best case and the most likely to happen, is just the whole Bray Wyatt thing, not combined with the Bianca Belair thing, but I think that'll be great to happen within that. But then the third thing I'm thinking of is something that has probably 0.1% chance of happening, maybe even 0% chance of happening, is for them to send her back down to NXT to help out that single women's division and women's division. I didn't mean it like that. The women's division down there, okay? Help build them up, probably win the championship, and just help, mature that group, help bring them up. Not like they did for Charlotte Flair, where they were like, Charlotte needs a belt. We out of belts. We gotta send her to NXT. There's one down there. Go take it. Like, don't do that again, okay? Do it more like how they did with Finn Balor when he went back down to NXT and he had a second title run, which I felt like it actually helped that division, as opposed to doing it to add something to somebody's resume. But again, I feel like that's something that is not going to happen, ever going to happen. But I just threw that out there just for a point of discussion. Now, as far as whether she should be here or whether she should go away, I personally believe that WWE don't really look at her as a superstar as they once did back in the day, like in 2016 through like 2019. I have it right here. So between that time, like this is what she was back in the day, which is, dang, that was a long time ago, wasn't it? That was like 7 years ago. But anyways, she's had, between 2016 to 2018, she's had 3 title reigns at the Raw Women's Championship for combined 398 days, almost 400 days in 3 reigns. Also within those years, she's had 2 reigns with the SmackDown Women's Championship with a total of 110 days. Isn't that crazy? Over 500 days with multiple title reigns at that time. But, to be honest with you, that SmackDown title reign she had, the second one, I think that she was just a transitional champion, but that still adds to the books, But at that time, remember, Naomi got injured. She had to vacate the title. Then Alexa, after Naomi won the title off of Alexa, and then she got injured with a knee injury. She had to vacate the title. Then Alexa beat Becky Lynch for that vacated title. And then Naomi, when she got better, she came back and actually won the title off Alexa Bliss. But you know what? A title reign is a title reign. And even with the tag team championship between 2019 and 2020, she had 2 reigns with Nikki Ash for a combined 124 days, right? Which I feel like around those times with her running with the titles, I think they kind of cared about her a lot more, but probably not as much as they did in 2016 to 2018. Now let's bring this up to present time, okay? I feel like the WWE don't look at her as a superstar. I think they actually just keep her around for respect and contractually, and maybe there's some merch that she's selling that they kind of want to keep selling. I don't know. I didn't look into those statistics, but if we look at her right now, I feel like WWE looks at her as the side chick that they used to love, right? That they used to be attracted to her, like, oh, she's gorgeous, she's beautiful, I want her to be my wife. But then now it's like, we're not going to the movies together. We're not taking pictures together. We're not uploading anything on Instagram. We're not uploading anything on social media. We're never getting married, but we're having fun right now. And if you're okay with that, you can stay. If you don't care about that, if you want to walk away, I understand. Do what's best for yourself. Like, I think that's what they're thinking right now, especially with this whole Endeavor thing happening. They're going to be looking at cutting off, some extra stuff in the financial department that don't need to be there. And I really feel like that they're going to allow her contract to expire if she doesn't quit on her own. And the way that they book her now, that, I can't think of any other way of them looking at her. Like, look at this now. Her last single title run was last year, and it was for the 24/7 championship for 24 hours. Now I get it, the 24/7 championship is supposed to be a gimmick, but to be honest with you, some people may say it's just a belt. It's a belt. You know, at least she got something. No. You don't propose to your girl with a ring pop and say, "Oh, guess what? It's still a ring." Like, I don't take that belt seriously, but at the same time, when we're talking about Alexa Bliss on what she used to be compared to now, you know, it's a different story, man. It's a whole different thing. And that's why I've always advocated for them to bring a mid-card title win, because ladies like Alexa Bliss, ladies like Nikki Cross, ladies like Tegan Knox, it will give them something to do, because unless they're going after the main women's title on either brand, they're just kind of floundering around and have nothing to do outside of just getting into these random tag teams and possibly being jobbed out to the tag team champions. Like, I think some of these women deserve a little bit more than what's going on there. Also, if you look at her tag team championship run in that same year, last year, it was with Asuka for a total of 5 days. 5 days. Business days. A work week, bro. That is nothing. And even at that time, I think they were just transitional champions, because I think that was just to create beef between them and Damage Control, because they were going into that War Games following that tag team championship run, which is kind of messed up. If you think about it, they kind of have Alexa as a young Natalya at this point, right? She's just a woman that they would throw into these matches if they need extra bodies involved in like these 8-woman tag matches, or they want to throw her in there with these Elimination Chamber matches, and maybe they'll give her a random title run here and there, but they'll never push her up to the top anymore in order for her to win those belts. So I said all of this and I was slapping my gums and jabbering all that time. I feel like that either, unless she's okay with her role right now, as far as just putting people over and not going back to the way she used to be in 2016 and 2018, I think she should really consider leaving. I think it is time for her to leave. You know, I think she's had a tremendous career, and I think she would do great at AEW. I think she'll be a great Knockouts champion at Impact. But ultimately, I feel like that she probably should pursue other things, maybe acting on TV shows. I think she has a great personality. I saw like a clip of her on some kids wrestling show, and I'm not going to say she's like an Oscar-winning actor, but I think she has enough there in order to be a part of some comedic TV show or some type of sitcom or some type of movie or something like that. She has the look, of course, like to be some type of model or something like that. Or if she want to pursue into like fashion stuff or stuff for kids or whatever the case may be, I think she has the personality, she has the look to do whatever it is she wants to do to make her happy. And you can tell that she's not happy here, you know? And you can tell that her career right now has been hanging on the balance based upon what Bray Wyatt is doing. And right now, we don't know if Bray Wyatt's coming back. We don't know when he's coming back, you know, and that's the only time that WWE seems to know what to do with her. And I can't really put that on WWE. I think that's really the mind of Bray Wyatt. But outside of that, she just kind of flounders around, or she's just really, unfortunately, irrelevant at this time. And I think the same goes for her. I think a lot of the women that were brought up around the time, the Black and Gold era of NXT, a lot of them, they don't really know what to do with them outside of like Bianca Belair, Charlotte, and probably Becky. But if you look at what they're doing with like Asuka, you look at what they're doing with Nikki Cross, when you look what they're doing with Alexa Bliss, it just, they don't seem to know what they're doing with them anymore. And again, you know, her lifeline is on Bray Wyatt at this moment, and Bray Wyatt, we don't know if he's coming back, but even if he does come back, there's no guarantee that she's going to be a part of that storyline. The writers of WWE may want to try to exclude her out of that if they are trying to expire her contract, and I have nothing to support that. I'm just saying that that's kind of what they look like they're doing. And I think, like I said, I think it's just really time for her to consider leaving, and that's very unfortunate for her fans. That's very unfortunate to the little girls that look up to her, but at the same time, she got to do what makes her happy. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for watching. Salute, peace, have a good day.